to the review of the 7 deadly sins, right? It's yeah, thinking a bit here. This was an episode. Oh, my Dragon Ball. An episode that actually had a lot of storyline. It probably was the most story-intense episode ever done in anime. Actually, they actually kind of deserves a review, a separate review. It's like yeah, they actually had stuff happening. We had whole apparently Belial actual name is Sataniel. That made no sense though. That makes so little sense because I mean sometimes Lucifer or the devil is called Satan, right? Lucifer, Satan, Beelzebub, so one of the different devils, but yeah, and then sometimes they do that and say okay, but like he was called Sataniel as an angel, right? And then you remove the EL part, which means by God, right? So you remove that part. And then you have instead, of course, Satan, right? Because you remove the EL, and that's like of God in Latin. So it would make so much more sense if Belial was called Satan, is that right? And it's never, I mean, really, because it's never really motivated either why, like, why she, like, why is she called Belial, right? Like Belial is one of the many devils. Satan is one other one, much more recognized. So she might as well be called Satan, really. And they don't really like say that. Oh yeah, Satan. That's a typical name for brat. They don't really go with that thing. So yeah, like there's no. I don't know really why they would not use that instead. Will make this just look more. Anyway, so have that scene. She's still obsessed by God. She says she calls her the first angel. That I guess is true. That would make more sense. So I don't believe in that. Yeah, I wouldn't trust her on that point at all, really. But sure, she could be one of the first angels. No, it makes sense. First angel, but she wasn't a virtue. She was just one of those like whatever angels then. She had no angelic strength. No real power, I suppose. Yeah, and she got sent down by God, but by Lucifer and Michael. But as she says to her here, well, actually, you have to be sent down by God. You can't just be sent down, right? So they actually were God that betrayed you, ish, if you go for her sake, right? And she's like, no, it cannot be true. And that's pretty much the story, right? And then Michael, and then they had a lot of nudity. I don't know, but yeah, like they had a lot of. I have to say though. The nudity in this episode, even the pro has the most nudity of all of them, it actually weren't that overkill in a sense. Like yes, there was a lot of nudity, but at least it wasn't like this like ridiculous. Oh yeah, we're gonna have this old man monster touch you while you're in you. Like it is ridiculous. It's overly disgusting. Yeah, whatever you call it. Yeah, like this redonkulous thing you do sometimes. It had more like yeah, okay, we're gonna have nudity, but it's gonna be like they are nude because she's like broke everyone's armor, and she's gonna like crucify them all. Like pretty much had everyone's crucified around, right? And it was like, yeah, okay, so you're all nude. That was, and yeah, I'm gonna like torture you and kill you. So it's like kind of like, yeah, okay, it wasn't like this overkill that they have some other times, right? So they actually made it somewhat good in that sense. Was more tasteful than they usually are. Except of course the torture part and the weird. Except every scene that we have the flashing back to the one being doing the like scene torture scene ish, right, when you kind of refer to them and say yeah but you're doing this thing. Those things of course were tasted as always and also weird. I hate the scene last 2 weeks ago obsessed with Mama, right, because she's greed and she gets this like you agreed, so you're gonna do this thing where you are weighted down by weights. It's like, what? Yeah, it just makes no sense, right? She should be doing something that's about greed, right? She should do something that is about being greedful. It should be something like, oh, you wanna get the money, but you can never get it. Oh, you wanna win this thing, we can never really do it. She's supposed to be something about greed, right? It's like something that is like, and she never gets it. Like for example, Slot, right? Being lazy. That's the best one, and the only one that makes sense, right? So it's like running endlessly on this thing that it never gets to get a break. That's easily the best part. That is really the best part there. I mean, the other ones are, yeah, like Wrath, Satan makes sense either, right? And so, anyway, as soon as she confirms that she's like, oh, I'm an angel and I always just wanted God to win or something, she loses her powers over them or something, and that is kind of weird. Well, yeah, it's just kind of weird. And the whole, being stabbed by the dagger part, sure it happened. I kind of, yeah, it's not predictable. I mean, it's extremely predictable actually. He's running into the dagger, losing the heart. But the problem with that scene was that it was like, haha, no, you're an angel or a demon or something. Maria is something, something. It's like, yeah, okay. But they never said, like, how that made Lucifer stronger. It's like, ha, I always planned to lose my heart to Maria. You could have planned so long, you did it since day one or something. Oh my god. I was like, yeah, okay, but why does that make Lucifer stronger here? Why can't you say, like, yeah, okay, no, I can just do this swimming thing, and I can just, like, whim away your power, I can just dispel this thing. Why did that happen? Like, it's always with anime, there's no explanation of anything. There's no exposition of who are stronger, who can do this, what sort of powers and virtues. So they never explained right. It's just like, haha, I can do this now. And it's like, why? Or actually, the problem there is more that it wasn't even that she said, haha, I can do this now. And even without explaining, we could assume, okay, she did this heart swap thing, made her an angel again, I suppose, so that made her have more power. Okay, fine. Like, you can just, like, okay, whatever, the story isn't its strong point, I'm just gonna assume that that's how it works. That would be fine. I'd be like, yeah, okay, not the best story part, but okay, yeah, okay. But the thing happens like, haha, my heart is back now, or I'm an angel now. And it's like, and actually, nothing actually happens, right? It does the spell thing though. But then, like, she doesn't actually go back and having more powers. She doesn't go and having, oh, I also can do this now, or it's like, she doesn't actually do that. It's just like, haha. No, I'm this. No, I'm get my old clothes back, and Maria is an alien or something, or a demon, maybe. And it's like, and she doesn't even explain, like, or say, oh, no, I got X power, or no, Maria got Y power, so she can beat you now. She's like, haha, I did that. That's kind of what they're saying, right? It's like, what's happening? Because I would assume that it should be something like, oh yeah, I did this, I got this power. So even if she wouldn't explain perfectly fine why Maria now is like a half angel demon or whatever, you can just say, okay, Maria has so many powers, so she can beat Belial, whatever. Let's say that would be fine. Or Lucifer thing. But so it's like, haha, all close back. It's like, that's it? So that's like, it was like very weird that they did this like exposition of, ha, my plan was so perfect. It was like, really? Because so far your plan seems to be just getting your old clothes back. Like, how does this make you stronger? Like, how does it make you beat you so easily? Right? And then someone says, like, oh, I absorbed everyone's power earlier. It's just really confusing. It's really confusing. It's also confusing how she even got there. Because she lost to this Titan things in the Ice Titans. Then we also see Levi and Ask also being frozen. And that made no sense. So they were doing their like mud battle, waterfall fight, right? And then suddenly it's like, oh, they're frozen. And it's like, yeah, okay, little behemoth is trying to free them, and she is like, yeah, okay, we have to hurry up because One-sama probably will something bad happen. And then that never actually takes. I hate that in any storyline. In Several Link 30, the same thing with Jalal. It's like, oh, I have to go there and save them, and first have to go and have these guys to join me so we can save them together or something. And that actually happens. You see the whole like escape thing, but they never actually get to the place that helped all the heroes. That the heroes just win anyway or something. And that was like, Levi gets to it, oh, there's someone to do this, oh, and hug him. It's like, so the whole Levi part, like we have to go there, we have to use the Belial has to play the music too, they have to completely skip out that, and then she gets it right, and it's like, oh, it's already over. and made no joke of it either. Then I'd rather see them making like a joke of it, right? Like she getting there and have some kind of humor in it. Have her say, oh, I'm too late. Well, Onesa I won anyway because he's the best or something. Or have Lucifer say, oh, you're always late, Levi. Why can you never be in time, you idiot? It's like, oh, I did my best, but Behemoth couldn't play the perfect music at that speed or something. But it's just like, didn't even say anything. It's like, yeah, you got there. It reminds me of like Cisco or something. Like, oh, God, it's just. Yeah, that didn't make much sense, right? That didn't do much. Right? That's opposite to me, right? That's like, huh. Well, and also, I also want to help her too. It's kind of like, well, Belial-sama, but still. It also would fight yourself. So yeah, it's weird. It was weird. But actually, yeah, back to the new thing though. I don't know, like, somewhat liked it more and more thinking about it, just because it's kind of like, in that sense, because it's like, they usually make it way worse, like way overkill. But now at least it's like, yeah. I mean, one way I liked it, right, because it's like, I liked it. It wasn't that good, but I mean, it's like, at least they didn't do this like ridiculous over sexualized. It was more like, okay, everyone is naked because they're fighting in hell and the aliens will attack them. Something it was like they're naked because of reasons. Um, so yeah, of course they had a lot of quick scenes that everyone else doing. Anyway, pretty mediocre episode. I don't get what she's called. What she's called Satan. Well, it makes so much more sense. Maybe we're so much better to just call it Satan from the beginning instead of calling her Belial, right? The armor thing. It's a lot of weird stuff actually. A lot of weird stuff I don't get, right? Be honest. Or just think about it, it's like, no, I don't get these things. There's a lot of that, like, kind of like, I don't get these things at all. Anyway, I don't know what to say really. It's like I said, I'm thinking about it, like, that made no sense. She getting a power, that made so much sense, but then she didn't use any new powers. Maria got powers, I suppose, but that didn't really go anywhere. And suddenly Angels appears. And there's one angel, one's like 7 hot angels. I don't know, we'll see next week to see if the final finishes. Whatever it means, hopefully it's somewhat right. So anyway, see you guys next week. I guess, if they are come next week. And yeah, have a great day.